Okay, a little bit of hanky panky at the Fed. I guess we shouldn't be surprised, but this is entertaining. So I thought I'd go through this Reuters article and maybe we could discuss it just a little bit together. So here it is. It's titled, Fed's Pal Orders Sweeping Ethics Review After Officials Trading Prompts Outcry. Washington, September 16th, Reuters. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell has ordered a sweeping review of the ethics rules governing financial holdings and dealings by senior officials at the U.S. Central Bank, a Fed spokesperson said on Thursday. Powell ordered the review late last week, the spokesperson said in an emailed statement, following recent reports that 2 of the Fed system's 12 regional reserve bank presidents had been active investors during 2020, a notably volatile year for asset prices as the country battled the COVID-19 pandemic. Those revelations, originally reported by the Wall Street Journal, prompted senior U.S. lawmakers, including Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts, to demand more stringent restrictions on such activities. Okay, so they got caught. Now they're prompting an ethics review. And of course, Elizabeth Warren, who never saw publicity she didn't like, is now calling them on it. Why they would be allowed to trade stocks in the first place when they're in charge of monetary policy is beyond me. All right, let's continue. Because the trust of the American people is essential for the Federal Reserve to effectively carry out our important mission, Chair Powell late last week directed board staff to take a fresh and comprehensive look at the ethics rules around permissible financial holdings and activities by senior Fed officials, the statement said. Great, all right, so we have this code, but if you're not going to enforce it, does it really matter? The rules that guide personal financial practices for the Fed officials are the same as those for other government agencies, the spokesperson said. Moreover, the Fed has supplemental rules that are stricter than those for Congress and other agencies that are specific to its work. Geez, I'd hope so. This review will assist in identifying ways to further tighten those rules and standards. Again, I say, if you're not going to enforce the rules and standards, do the rules and standards matter? Much less how tight they are. All right, the board will make changes as appropriate, and any changes will be added to the Reserve Bank Code of Conduct, the statement said. Warren, in a tweet, called the review long overdue, but encouraged the Fed's regional bank presidents to impose strict rules on their own. Wonder how much insider trading Senator Warren does. It's an interesting question, huh? Following news reports on their trading last week, Dallas Fed President Robert Kaplan and Boston Fed President Eric Rosengren both said that they would divest any holdings of individual stocks by September 30th and put the proceeds into index funds or cash. Their investments were judged by in-house ethics officers to have complied with Fed ethics rules. Why wouldn't they do an external audit? Kaplan, a former vice chair of Goldman Sachs, of course, has been an active trader since taking over the Dallas Fed role in 2015, with multiple million-dollar transactions in individual stocks each year, according to financial disclosures dating to 2016. Still, their activity drew a sharp reaction, given the context of a pandemic year in which tens of millions faced joblessness and the economy was on the precipice of a threatened depression. It doesn't matter if it was last year. What matters is they're trading individual stocks and they know what monetary policy is going to be and what the speeches are going to say before they're even released. They shouldn't be allowed to trade stocks. That's common sense. All right, the Fed, beginning in March of 2020, rolled out a response that was record-breaking for its speed and scope, with interest rates slashed to zero and open-ended promises to use bond buying and other tools to keep the economy afloat. The effort stabilized financial markets, underwrote credit to small businesses, and helped set the stage for a fast rebound of jobs and economic growth. It also triggered a record surge of asset prices following a crash early in the pandemic. Between the Fed's efforts and trillions of dollars in government spending approved by Congress, The S&P 500 index has more than doubled from its pandemic low on March 23, 2020, and is about 30% above the high hit in the previous month. Alright, I'm done reading. I'm sick to my stomach. There really should be outrage over this. Heads should be rolling. Bank presidents ought to be let go from their job. This is just completely unacceptable. Alright, so anyway, I thought I'd share this story with my viewers because I'm sure not everybody has seen it. Just more reason to be skeptical. Alright, have a good day, everybody.